You're sitting at your kitchen table at 2 a.m. The only light is coming from your laptop screen. You just enter the numbers into the mortgage calculator. You hit calculate, and there it is, the monthly payments staring back at you. You let out a deep breath, rub your face, and whisper to yourself, "Okay, I think I can swing this." Fast forward 3 years. You're sitting in the same chair, looking at the same calculator, except now you're calculating how much you've already overpaid the bank. And you realize you didn't buy a house. You bought yourself 30 years of financial chains. Hey, I'm Nick. Over the last 8 years, I took out 2 mortgages. The first one when everyone was screaming, "Buy now before rates go up." The second one after I already knew exactly what I was getting into. Today, I'm showing you the full, honest, no BS picture of mortgages in 2026. Not how to get a great deal, but should you even get one at all? We're gonna run the real numbers: total interest paid, actual monthly cost, the psychological toll, and why 80% of people who got a mortgage in the last few years end up saying the exact same thing. If I had only known. Let's get straight to the numbers. Average mortgage in 2026, a decent 2-bedroom house or condo, $420,000 to $480,000. 20 to 30% down payment, that's $84,000 to $144,000 you need up front. Interest rate, 6.8 to 7.8%. Term, 25 to 30 years. Let's take a realistic example. $450,000 home, $90,000 down, $360,000 loan at 7.2% for 30 years. Monthly payment, $2,450. Over 30 years, you will pay the bank $882,000. Out of that, pure interest, $522,000. That means you're giving the bank almost 2.5 times what you actually borrowed. You and your spouse make $160,000 combined. After taxes and essentials, you have about $9,800 a month to live on. $2,450 goes straight to the mortgage. That leaves you with $7,350 for groceries, gas, insurance, car payments, daycare, clothes, emergencies, everything for a family of 3. This isn't living. This is surviving with a nice address. You can't quit your job. You can't get sick. You can't take a real vacation. Every time your kid asks for new sneakers, you're doing mental math in the store. If I buy these now, what bill am I going to be short on next month? Case 1. Family in Austin, Texas, 2024. Took $380,000 at 6.25%. 2 years later, rates didn't drop, they went up. Payment jumped to $2,650. Husband lost his job for 4 months. They sold the second car and took out a personal loan. Now they're negative every month and still owe $368,000. Case 2. Couple in Denver bought their dream home for $520,000. 3 years later, they got divorced. Had to sell fast at a 14% loss. Each of them walked away still owing the bank over $140,000. Case 3. My buddy in Seattle took a 30-year mortgage in 2023. In 2026, he ran the numbers and realized if he had just rented and invested the difference, he could have bought the exact same house in cash. Now he says, "I didn't buy a house, I bought myself a boss for the next 25 years." Here's the most important thing I want you to hear. If you can't sleep at night thinking about your mortgage, you're not weak, you're not failing. You're just seeing what most people are trying not to see. Banks make the most money when you're just barely making it. They design the payment so it's 35 to 45% of your income. That's their sweet spot. And you end up working the next 30 years for someone else's asset.
Here's the real 2026 game plan. 1. Stop asking, what payment can I afford? start asking, how much money will I have left to actually live after the payment? 2. If less than 40% of your take-home pay remains, that's a red flag. 3. Seriously consider renting and investing the difference. A lot of people in 2026 are already doing this and coming out ahead. 4. If you still want a mortgage, max 15 years and payment no higher than 25% of your income. And most importantly, give yourself permission to say no, even if everyone around you is screaming, "Buy now." You don't have to buy a house at any cost just to prove you're an adult. Thanks for watching all the way through. If this video helped you, hit like and comment, "I'm calculating," or "I'm thinking differently now." I read every single comment. Protect your money and your peace. See you in the next one.